The next speaker is Dr. Yossi Vardi, who is one of the founders of the high tech in Israel. And if you ask me, what is he most proud of? He's most proud of the fact that he, even though he's graduate of a different department, he took Yaakov Ziv classes and received the highest grade in that class.
Thank you very much. One explanation. I finished the Technion and I looked for a job, and then I saw an advertisement of post office box number 1, Kriyat Motzkin. All of us knew that it was the post office of Raphael, and the holy grail for my generation was to be accepted to Raphael. So I went to Raphael, and then I met all the geniuses from the electric faculties working for Yaakov, and I studied Jewish engineering, which is industrial management engineering, which was kind of the lowest form of life. And I was the subject of jokes of all the other people in the department. So I needed to establish my position. I was the guy who carried the suitcase of Yaakov, you know, when he went to meetings. So I went to study information theory. I didn't know what I'm getting to, because no information, no theory, just statistics and stochastics, and it was awful. Somehow I finished it first in class, and since then they stopped laughing at me, so, but I still have my insecurity, so, okay. Yaakov, as usually you say, everybody already said everything, so I was left with nothing to say, and now for half an hour I will tell you why I have nothing to say. I worked for Yaakov. I must tell you that I tell all my friends the most important thing which can happen for a young person who starts his career is to have a great mentor, and I don't think there is in the world anyone who could be or will be a better mentor of Yaakov. Not only he was very wise, everybody said, and he was very pleasant, and he had amount of empathy which you can find in the world only in the current Israeli government, and he had a lot of common sense, so people were motivated by him just because they wanted to please him. So actually he was a secular Admor. Professor Viterbi, you know what is Admor? Admor is kind of rabbi that the people are worship because they like him, not because he has any authority. And this was the secret of Yaakov. People simply wanted him to be happy. The guy didn't have an evil bone in his body. And you think about his power, and the guy is nice, not vicious, not pushing, and yet whatever he wants to happen is happening. He should be a model but now there are no industrial management engineering anymore. Now you called it data, so it doesn't exactly fit. But would you have industrial management engineering? He should be used as a model how to run things. Another thing, I think the Technion should embark on a national project together with the Academy to clone Yaakov. I think we need. No, can you imagine? We have 31 Yaakov. We put them in the government. We have something good coming out of the whole thing. So I think you should consider cloning him. And I would like to finish my short time by putting now a bit of seriousness about two things. Number one, Yaakov was an unbelievable bridge between science and practicing. When we worked with Yaakov, it was the the late 60s. It was a time that the whole industry, the whole electronic industry went through transition from tubes, etc., to solid states. And every month, new devices came in electronics, in high frequencies, in electro-optics, etc. Yaakov used to read a scientific article, and then he would take the group of his worshippers and put them on task, and they would go and develop, I remember it was like 50 years ago, more, like phased array antennas. They came at this period, and Yaakov immediately wanted to produce them because we couldn't buy it. We couldn't buy it. We actually worked according to this great concept of autarkic economy, which was discussed recently. So this was a joke, but not very good. Phased array, PCM modulation, spread the spectrum, voice identification, all these things were not available. Yaakov read the articles, then he would take 5, 6 people. They began to study it and turn into local manufactured systems. So one thing is the bridge between science, sometimes almost theoretical science, and practicing for the development of the defense of Israel. The second thing, Yaakov had enormous impact on the high-tech industry. It's not recognized, but if you begin to collect the dots, he was instrumental in the whole RAD group. Every summer, he went to Bell Labs to work with Aaron Wiener on very practical issues. People used to come from him from the industry to consult with him, and like everybody, this is not politically correct, but my mother would have said that if he would be a woman, he will be always pregnant, because he never said no, he always was, I'm apologizing, I know that it's not correct. He was willing to help anybody who came and asked. He really dedicated his work for the great benefit of the whole society, and he has done it amazingly good. And as I said, personally, for me, as a young, developing guy working with Yaakov was something which really was very influential for the rest of my life. Yaakov, if you hear us, you know there are tons of people here who loves you.